off, everyone, make sure you check out the WESWES Network website at westwestnet.com. Here you can find amazing independent podcasts based in Aotearoa, covering everything from pop culture to mental health. Also, if you enjoy our content and want to support us, please consider clicking on the support button on the homepage of the website. We appreciate your patronage and look forward to delivering more thought-provoking and quality conversations.
WESWES, y'all.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Empty Out the Clip.
Yo, what's good, boys?
Podcast part of the WESWES Network. If you don't know, now you know. Go to our Facebook group page, the Empty Out the Clip Facebook group page, and try and join. And you'll get 3 questions that you need to answer before you get in there. The security will, just make sure you're on the right level, and so you can come in and you can add your 5 cents to the podcast if you wish. But man, welcome the boys to another round. I got Let's. What's up, brother?
What's good, my bro? What's good?
Alves.
What's up? What's up?
Ease. What's up, Ease?
Hey, hello.
So first up, we're gonna make some shout outs. So to my left.
Yeah, man. Huge shout out again. My plug to the Toa Samoa playing the first game of the World Cup, Rugby League World Cup. Man, I got full faith in our boys. I hope they pull the rabbit out of the bag and fillet it and make some filet mokingi and celebrate it over in the UK. But yeah, big shout out to the to Junior Bolo and the boys.
Sure. So let's.
Oh, a big shout out to my dad's island back in Rara. They recently played some Olympic Games in the Cook Islands, so my dad's little island is ahead of the rest on the board, so pretty cool. Been keeping an eye on it this whole week, so it looks like they're having a lot of fun out there.
Is it what is it? The Olympic sports?
Yeah, for the Cook Islands, like they'll just get together and play netball. I think they got some water sports in there as well. And the surprising one I saw there was weightlifting. Yeah, so that I was like, oh, bad.
I've heard about that. Those games, eh?
Yeah.
Was it Cook Island Games or something? Because they have like didn't they have like a concert as well? Like someone's opening up.
Yeah, they did have a big opening, but I didn't have a good look at it. But throughout the week, I think it's been the last couple of weeks now. They're up to day 10 or something, or they should be finishing up soon.
So I heard about the cool. Tahiti ones, eh? Tahiti has ones, eh?
Yeah, because they also have competitions with the other Pacific Islands too sometimes, and they all get together. And sometimes they have competitions with New Zealand as well. So they come over in Auckland and Wellington. So they all get together and just play hard out sports. It's really good to keep active.
Sure. Alves, any shout outs?
I'll just shout out to so this morning I did a training at the Auckland Museum. It was an hour and 40 minutes. So we did an hour and 40 minutes training this morning to the fit club that I go to on a weekly basis. Shout out to you guys and to the girls that kept laughing at me like walking. Yeah, thanks to you guys. You guys motivated me. Yep.
Nice, brother. All right, we got a special episode today. I think most of our topics got to do with the rugby league, considering it's been a big build-up for Toa Samoa, just getting our most powerful team together. Probably a team we haven't seen before in the history of Samoan rugby league. Probably off the back of the Tongan rugby league team, who's managed to get some top players from the NRL to come join, to bypass Australia, Kangaroos, and go play for your Pacific Islands. So,
and huge acknowledgement to those trailblazers, eh? To JT and Fifita and Lolohe and that, because for them to turn down the money for like New Zealand and Australia and decide to go represent the country of heritage, like that's pretty much changed the landscape even more, to the point like you've seen the first World Cup where Samoa could do that, you know.
Yeah.
Could pull some big upsets this World Cup, even the Tongans. And it's I think it's great. It's great for the game. That's how the game grows. Because like now every kid, like when you grew up in New Zealand, you're gonna play for the All Blacks. Every kid in Samoa, like, and that's every kid around the world now is gonna have that vision of, man, I want to play for the Toa. Eh?
Yeah.
Just like those guys. So that's epic, man. That's real epic.
Yeah, so we'll just go around and just talk about. You guys just talk about the build up to the game, because I didn't. For me personally, I didn't feel the build up till a couple of days ago. You know what I mean? Like with social media blasting and you know the what you see on the media with the teams, and I think there was a little thing on social media with Toa Samoa where how the boys were joking about how their names were getting mispronounced during their careers,
I saw that.
and then they come up and then they pronounce it properly at the end of the video, which was a cool, pretty video that's been going viral, and I saw that today. And man, when at the last battle, a tear came down my eye. Just the proud feeling of the boys, just you know, putting the Samoan jersey on and representing their nation and their country and their parents. So yeah, just start with you. I was like, just talk about the build up to this World Cup in Toa Samoa.
Okay, so I basically haven't been watching any build up. Okay, I'm just
That's the same as me, man.
I'm just following your guys' lead, all right? But yeah, I did see the snippet of that. I think it was on TikTok, where the players were pronouncing their, like, if someone else was pronouncing their names, you know. There was the Brian Te'o, you know, shucks, Polo, you know, yeah, just the random Palangi, how Palangis will probably say it, but no, yeah, that's my 5 cents, guys. Over to you, Eric.
Nah, honestly, I haven't been following it either.
No.
But so when are they having their first game?
2:30 a.m. Sunday morning, which is tonight.
Oh, true. That'll be good to watch. I'll keep an eye out for that then.
Well, because the Panthers are now represented in the Toa team, and like I've said in the last few pods ago, looking at the left side of the Penrith backline, which is pretty much the Toa Samoa backline, right? And all year round, these guys have played. And like I've discussed it in the barbershop today, that, man, if anyone can contain those guys, they've got Samoa locked. But then you look at the forward pack that they're fielding, fuck, that's an Australian Kiwis forward pack, you know what I mean? Like, even if he went past injuries and said, oh, shit, you know, this guy's not available, he's not available, the bench, even the guys they've got on the side, like I think Martin Topol's not even in the starting lineup. Like, that shows the depth of how many good players are available.
Yeah.
But just for them to just want to play for the Toa, like at a World Cup, like, you know, a lot of guys turn down the coin or turn down the, you know,
Australia, New Zealand.
yeah, and then they want to get, oh, no, you know. Because, you know, the parents are probably going, you know what, go and get some Australian money because it's triple in Samoa. Go and represent, you know. You can do it later on in your career when you're almost out, you know. Like Roy Asotasi and they did, like, on there, Frank Pritchard, well, those guys. But because this team's young, and it's like, fuck, these guys are solid, man.
Yeah, man.
Like, you know, you look at the State of Origin, you're pretty much looking at, like, you could feel the State of Origin team with these Samoan players alone, you know? Yeah. And, like, that's got to be exciting, man, because if they pull this win, like, that's the only thing they can sort of, like, they've won the World Cup if they win this game.
Yeah. They're playing England, eh?
Yeah, they're playing England.
Wow.
It's just probably because they haven't had a hit out as a team that sort of puts them on the back foot, you know, the chemistry with the players.
Yeah.
But still, like, a lot of these players have played a lot of football, like, from the pre-season, right up until now. So
grand final.
Who knows? It might have done a good thing for them not having a game and not having a blowout.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think chemistry is important, and because they got a lot of the Penrith Panthers guys there, that whole entire backline. If you look at that starting lineup, that whole entire backline, except for Milford, is the Penrith Panthers. You know, and you talk about chemistry, man. That's one factor that a lot of these put together teams, especially in like in rugby union with Toa Samoa, these guys have been put together out of the blue, and have no experience playing with each other, if any, and only have to carry the World Cup with probably 1 or 2 games for build up. But at least with this Toa Samoa team, you got the Penrith Panthers in there to take up the starting lineup. So there won't be any thing about no chemistry because they've got no excuses there. And I think it's going to be a crack of a game because going up against England, one of probably the top, another top tier team. I think it's going to go two ways for me. If they lose this game, they've got one chance to see. That's the chance for them to see where they're at, and probably become second in that pool. Now, if they're second in that pool, they'll play either. I think they played first. Who they play? They play Tonga, because if Tonga comes first in their pool, then they'll play the second, the number 2 in Samoa's pool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that'll be the first.
The table's being split like that.
Yeah. So depending on whether Samoa wins or loses against England tonight, determines whether they're going to play Tonga. Because I believe Tonga will come first in their pool because they don't have much other teams they don't have another tier 1 team in their pool.
I know there's is there an Aborigine team?
No.
Oh, okay.
No,
sorry, wrong channel. Wrong channel, please.
Only
Sorry.
Discovery.
Oh, sorry. Oh my gosh.
Change it down to 53, 54, 53.
Oh, sorry, wrong channel, boys.
Yeah, man.
But
Yeah.
even the coverage not being on Sky,
Mm.
I think a lot of people will be thrown off because it's not being advertised. Like if you flick through the Sky channel,
Oh, it's
you might see it
nothing.
on TV 1 and 3
Oh,
because but it's fucking not on Sky Sports. So they didn't win the bid.
wow.
It's on Spark.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so Spark still holds it.
Yeah.
Oh, so it'll be delayed, eh?
And the commentary is pretty shit too.
Oh, eh?
Yeah, it's better than the Kent guy and
Oh,
some of the other guys. What's his name? Cooper Cronks. His bloody his name Darren Lockyer sounding freaking voice. Can't stand him, mate. It's just as bad as Justin Marshall.
That's what I'm saying. Shame on Australia. And if we're talking about the build up to this game, part of the build up was Australia media, like putting down those guys that chose Samoa.
yeah.
Now I don't know if that was to derail the team in terms of like the public, Australian public going against them, or just get some likes or some views on their channel.
Fire them up,
You
eh?
almost,
Fire them up,
you almost
but-
wish that Eliota Sapolo was part of the admin team for Samoa. Like, because you look what's happened, right? They've travelled over to the UK. Yeah, the Tuilangi brothers are so big over there. Like, they have their own, like, little mini tours where they put on me'ai and tourists, like how the Samoans do it here. So they welcomed the tour there with other ceremony and, before they've gone into full-on camp. And, like, that's an experience for guys, right? Like, some of the young guys who don't know their heritage,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
They're in the mix of it now. They've seen like how the others ballowed and what you do, before you have a sip. And so they're just absorbing it, because that's part of the tour. So when these guys are gonna be away for almost like 7 weeks, shit, they're learning as they're going, but then they obviously like enjoying each other's company. Yeah. But seeing that, man, like that makes me proud. Like fuck, goes to show, man, doesn't matter, when people try and do those, well, that guy's not really someone. No, he's the plastic someone. But those guys, like that, like Suali can't even speak a bit of someone, And then his first experience with the 12 team is the other ceremony. That's cool, man. Yeah. Like a lot of videos been going around of them in that, and then all their photos that they've taken with the brothers and that.
Yeah. See, and that's different code too, because they're union
Different
players.
codes, bro. But it shows, like you're someone.
Respect, yeah, man.
Bro, the
Mad
5 was
respect.
there. Like you travel, like, and that would be the same if the manu were to go to Australia. Those guys would remember it, eh? Like,
Yeah.
of course you're gonna go and show face in, like it's sort of like what Ashwell was doing when the Sevens toured LA, and fucking they put on a big like a luncheon, and then they got every boy from every noodle to come up and dance, and they just put the tray up, and that was sort of like how they were keeping them afloat, like just some pocket money,
Yeah.
help them carry on with the rest of their circuit. But yeah, so you expect that. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if those boys are like loving it up, eh?
Yeah.
But it's more the love, eh? Shown from that just one particular family, which is pretty cool to see.
Man, just imagine if one of them went and I don't know if anyone's still playing, but if they were playing, one of them played league,
Oh,
back in the days, bro.
Straight up, eh? But I think the older brother, eh? One of the older brothers played league.
Oh,
Because
okay.
there's like 19 of them.
I saw him. I think I saw a clip and he was doing he was doing a siva in their bus or whatever. Like he had his shirt off and he's showing his bear and that. So I saw a snippet of that.
How do you guys feel about the game, the first game against England? And do you think the boys will win?
Yeah, yes. With the team they have on paper, that's playing tonight. Yeah.
Have you seen the English team?
Nah. Have any of the Burgess brothers playing?
I think Tom's playing.
Oh, okay. Oh, our forwards have got him.
They got Victor Redley. He's playing.
He's the only NRL player.
Like I saw his name. The only one other guy I recognized was the guy that used to play for the Warriors.
Oh, the fullback.
Yeah, the white.
Yeah, the Tompkins, eh?
Tompkins, yeah, Sam Tompkins, yeah.
All I know is Cunha's gonna be on fire. Come on, Cunha Bolo from Para.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. It's my God. I think I just want to ring the three young brothers and tell him just to colour his mullet. Take the plate off, eh? He looks sick. Yeah, man.
Like Papali'i.
See, I'm not sure because I know if Samoa wins, they're gonna be on top of the table because I think the rest of the pool is easy. And then I don't know who they're gonna face, but if England comes second in their pool, then they will face Tonga, which I know will come first in their pool in the first quarterfinal. So, yeah.
Hey, you know, which is a more just a question going around the table, which is more of a solid like competition, the NRL or the Super League in England? What do you reckon? Like your personal, like I think it's the NRL in Australia.
Yeah, I think it's anywhere in Australia. I think, yeah, if you compare it to other leagues, I think Super Rugby and NPC, NPC
yeah.
is Super League and
Super
Super Rugby is NRL. But I don't know about now because Super League is just going downhill right now.
Is it? Yeah.
No one wants to play. But yeah, I think NRL is superior.
Yeah, NRL's the pinnacle, eh? Because like you need to look at the state of origin. Like the intensity of those games is like different level, eh?
Yeah.
Different level. But then, man, there's so many like Kiwis doing well in the top 8 teams. And like so many islanders is like, fuck, this is crazy, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I think it was the last Kiwis test, eh? The guy who ran up, or that Manu guy who ran up the most meterage and he was playing out of position. Like shit like that. Like when they compared how many meters gained and like, you know, try whatever assists in comparison to a state of road, like he smashed those numbers. And that just goes to show, like, if they pick the Kiwis team to play in the state of origin, it'll be pretty close, you know? But then again, it's like saying, if the Toa Samoa play the Kiwis, because that's pretty much all it is, really. Like, you could probably, like, if say Roger Tuivasa-Sheck was still playing in NRL,
Yeah.
you could pick a second strength or another Toa Samoa team just from all the Samoans playing in the comp, in the World Cup.
Yeah.
Easy.
What's the Gold Coast the Titans captain? What's his name? And he played for Origin.
Is it Tino?
Yeah. Oh, is he in the
He's
tours?
playing for the Aussies, isn't he?
Oh, hey. Oh, wow.
The former Sydney guy.
But I think I saw in the headline in the paper he wants to play for Samoa next time around.
Yeah.
But did he get picked or not? Or he just chose Kangaroos first?
Well, because, you know, Malmalenka's come out and he was like saying, fuck it, if you're going to get an NRL contract, you make it official there and then who you want to play for. But he's only sour because no one wants to play for the Australians.
Kangaroos,
because everyone's jumped shop, eh?
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that's even him with his numbers and all that shit. Like, it's like everyone's like siding with him, mate. Like some of the immortals, like Andrew Johnson's, like saying, "Nah, man, these guys are free to do what they want." Like, you know? It's made the game stronger.
But if you look at the Kangaroo team, that's still a strong team.
Yeah, true that.
They're definitely, you know what? They're definitely in the funnel, I think.
Big call. Well, if they do, I'm not gonna watch it. I don't care about that. I just want to see at least one of the, like, I think right about now the way the leagues in the NRL is structured with all the influence of the Polynesian players. If they get two teams in the semis, yeah, bro, the landscape of fucking rugby league's changed forever.
Yeah.
Like everyone, I bet, is gonna be turning out for their country of heritage.
Man.
Because, man, if they pull shit out of their ass and they make it happen, like, say there's Tonga and, like, Tonga, the Cooks, or Tonga, Fiji, New Zealand, or Australia, bro, that's... Surely sponsorship's going to be coming in from Enterprise Meta Group and, the rest of them.
Do you reckon the NRL will give the Polynesians a team to play?
Nah. It's just like the Super Rugby, man. It's too dangerous for them, me.
Yeah, true. But, yeah.
It's
like a juggernaut.
Yeah.
Did you guys catch the numbering system thing? How the numbers on their backs and change?
Yeah, I did vaguely have a look at it, but I still don't get it. It's depending on how knowledgeable the player is or how many games they have played.
The test, how many tests they played.
Yeah, it's about their experience. But except for the captain gets the number one. But I don't know if it's just Australia doing this or is
I
it
think
everybody?
Australia was doing it like that.
Oh, but not everybody, yeah.
No, yeah, because I saw the Samoa squad, like, they've stuck to the normal playing. But then the way they're named in the squad on the first list, yeah, that's how they've gone, you'll have that jersey. Like how I think you commented, like, on the page, like, if it was, like, NFL, that guy keeps their jersey number, and that's his jersey number for the rest of the season, yeah. So I think the tour's gone like that. Because, like, if you look at their lineup, they've got mixed numbers. Just a couple of them guys. They're going to rest for the first game or something like that.
Yeah, well, what are your thoughts on that? If even if you look at rugby union, like do American style and have everyone pick any number you want, and that's your number forever on your jersey, and have your last name on your jersey. So if you swap teams, you just take your number with you. So no more, like say in rugby, no more 15 fullback.
Yeah.
14,
It'll
11
be
wing.
like 77.
Yeah, you can have whatever number you want. Because when I thought about it, I thought that I think the benefits the players because they get to market themselves as the number,
Oh, yeah.
that kind of thing. And
yeah, that's a good way
and
of
if you sell, you sell your jerseys at the store and you got your number and your name at the back of it, the kids can buy your jersey and that. Just like in America,
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool. I think with rugby you gotta get used to it because everyone's used to 15.
Yeah.
1 to
1,
15.
2, 3.
Yeah, it would be weird, but then like I was talking to my mate at work about it, and he didn't agree with any of it. He said, nah, because if a position is a number, then how do you know what position that guy is playing? He thought of it as an educational kind of thing
But is he talking about the actual players on the field or for the viewers?
for the viewers, so they understand what position they're at. If you see a number 33, you go, hey, what's that? I don't know what that is.
Hey, the ABs, do they have like a Hall of Fame or like immortals? Do they have anything like that?
I think unofficially, the newspapers do it.
Oh, but there's no like ceremony, not like league. They have the immortals.
I'm not sure. I think.
Because
Yeah, no, because when you talk about the Daily M Award and that, it's a big event, right?
Yeah.
And they have a big dinner, and it's
Yeah,
like the Academy Awards or something like that.
Yeah,
But
league for league.
yeah, for league, so it's official because you can tell it's official because it's
Yeah.
a big deal. But I don't see. We have the New Zealand Sports Awards,
Yeah, that's
but that's not really
the
telling.
Sportsman of the Year or something
Yeah.
like that, eh?
But that's all through sports. But I think there's a rugby one, but I don't think it's that much advertised or popularized that no one really knows, eh?
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you can watch the rugby league on Sky, is it on just to stream it?
That's on Spark Sport.
Oh, okay, so they're selling it.
Yeah. But I think they show on TV delayed coverage of the Kiwis games because the Kiwis games Monday morning 7 or 6 a.m. or something. and 9:30 it comes on channel 3. But you're right. You're right. It's like no one's. Everyone's probably thinking, waiting to come on Sky, and it's not gonna come on.
Yeah, that's exactly what my
Yeah.
dad was waiting
I
for.
think it's like, it's a poor marketing
Yeah.
thing for Spark, but it doesn't help that I think it was it. They had another big like thing. It might have been Olympics, possible. I can't remember.
Tennis or something.
No, but when they did, fuck, it was shit. It was shocking. Like the coverage was poor.
Yeah.
Like people were saying, like, man, this is the West. I just remember their network was so like on their web pages and that people were commenting like how shit and disappointing it was. Like it was real bad. Or it might have been a fight, a boxing match.
Well, how much is it to subscribe to Spark anyway?
I think it's cheaper than Sky.
Yeah.
I think it works like how if you got Arena and then you book the fight, it's sort of like that. You can have the channel,
Yeah.
but to watch the
Actual
The
game.
league.
you have to pay like a subscription, like Netflix,
Yeah, yeah.
sort of like that.
Oh, yeah, I'm not going to have that looked up because, man, the old man was bitching about it last weekend.
No games coming.
He was like, I thought Sky would have it.
What's gonna make it worse if you go to a pub and you go, that's also me at the pub, and they fucking didn't even have it at the pub. Oh, sorry, only Sky. Fuck, get it.
Yeah, too expensive.
Well, even that time, what pubs open to watch the games?
They should open a bakery at that time of the morning. I mean, any bakeries out there, man? If you want to get heaps of people in your doors, man, put a TV in them. Have Spark Sport. Done. People
Big
ain't
ass
going
screen.
anywhere. People ain't going anywhere. It's gonna eat all your pies.
Here's a question for you guys going around the room. Because I felt the hype, babe. I'm feeling the hype right now. I started feeling it yesterday. And I'm feeling it right now. Is this the biggest sporting event for Samoans all over the world since David Tua and Lennox Lewis? I'll go to my right.
Are you saying the rugby league world like
This game coming up. The hype
is
for
bigger
this.
bigger than David Tua's fight against?
Not bigger, but
Oh.
since. Like, David Tua Legends one was big, right?
Yeah.
And the hype was there.
Yeah.
Is this the same hype we're feeling for this tournament as Samoans?
Okay, me personally, yeah, because of the team that's been named, solid. Like we've got some, NRL champions that are playing.
Yeah, because if you consider all the other sporting events that's happened in the past, like the last big one was David Tua, Lennox Lewis. Next one might have been Joseph Parker.
What
Maybe-
about the Samoans that won? Is it the gold in the Olympics?
Yeah, any sporting event that's got to do with Samoans. But
I think it's the biggest team sporting event,
Oh yeah.
if anything. But yeah, that's a hard one. It's a tough one too, because if you look at the Samoa Sevens, they've been doing really well as well.
Yeah.
But this is a good stepping stone for, Samoa.
Yeah, for the game.
Even for Polynesians as a whole.
Yeah, man.
It's a good stepping stone in rugby league.
You got the Tongan team as
They
well.
represent their home country.
yeah, we haven't mentioned the Tongan team because we're talking about Samoa. But as for Polynesians, yeah, you're right.
It's a massive ass.
Because
stepping stone.
Fiji as well, Fiji's in there, well,
Yeah.
they might do some good, might not. But I had in mind, because it took me by surprise. I remember when Manu Samoa beat Australia in their warm-up game. Remember that?
Yeah.
And that was a game. There was no hype for it because everyone thought we were going to lose, but we won.
It was
a surprise.
2012, eh?
Yeah. So that was a good build-up for that World Cup for Samoa, but we didn't get anywhere at the end. But yeah, I didn't count that one because that was a surprise. There was no build-up, but a surprise win.
I still remember that because I remember my parents were cracking up, laughing about it too. Like, oh, look at those guys. They beat them.
Cool. That was a long topic.
Okay, social media trends. What's been going on your guys' phones, man? When you're on the toilet,
Don't ask me.
when you're on your toilet scrolling, what's been showing up?
Oh no, actually, no. I did come across something that I thought it was funny. Kanye West with his White Lives Matter too.
Oh yeah.
I saw a bit of that in the beginning of the week. I thought that was shit.
He did it to stir people up, eh? But then,
Yeah.
isn't it like Fashion Week over there?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
he's trying to be controversial with some fashion choices there.
Yeah, you can see him the way on the camera just fucking laughing his head off. Shits and giggles.
Oh, my Twitter's blowing up, eh?
Yeah.
Twitter's blowing up. Hey, I don't know what's up with Twitter, man, but it's like taking a left turn and it's just freaking.
You need to just jump back on, don't they?
Oh, because I stopped following these for fingers. Nah, jokes. Jokes, not seriously. Nah, my biggest blow up on the Twitter this week has been the unfolding of the Pfizer the companies. You know how like when New Zealand was trying to find a supplier for the vaccine.
Yeah.
Well, then I think there's a couple of representatives from Pfizer that went to the High Court, and they've been questioned, and so obviously the High Court's freaking lawyers are gonna ask them questions that you can't give a fucking. It's either yes or no, right? But then Pfizer's advisors, like in answering the questions, I've tried not to be direct. Like if the question was, did you guys put out a vaccine knowing well that it wasn't gonna hold, like, you know, if you were to spread the disease or whatever? And then instead of answering they've gone and done the whole drag it out sort of like a Sunny Ball answering a question. Like without saying yes, they've just gone and done a different tangent. But then they've got one of the CFOs of the company he obviously testified as well, and he said, yeah, we under the time pressure that we were getting, and they're trying to say like the United Nations, is that, man, we had such a little window to test these vaccines, and then they rolled it out. So if you look at Twitter, man, there's a lot of people just they're retweeting it because this is official now. So this whole time, like, all the conspiracy theories people, they were saying it's not going to stop you from dying, and like they've measured that against people that have had the complications, like the health complications, all the things that those people were saying is right, you know. And yet the country went on the freaking went into lockdown and like go and get vaxxed, the double vax. And
now it's all scrapped.
Yeah, well, there was one reporter from the UK, and he said, I've fucking got 3 vax, triple vax. Yet we lost a reporter in the company, like in the network, that passed away from having 1 jab, and she was healthy as. Now that's picked up momentum, and now that Pfizer's in the court, it's like unfolding, eh? So it's like our government's fucking bullshitted to us, you know? And look at all the people that have gone through it. Like people like sharing, like I think when one old man, he was perfectly healthy, 79, his photos of him coughing blood after he had just had the vaccine. I remember that surfaced during the first lockdown.
Yeah, I remember that too.
And yeah, man, so all that stuff, well, you didn't need to be a rocket science to put that together. It's like, shit, it was having an effect on people. And it was like more the information of the heart, eh? And all these people just clotting.
But they admitted that the vaccine stimulates the heart.
Yeah.
And some people were reacting really bad to it.
I mean, people that have tried to challenge the courts, I think they either got paid hush money or they just disappeared. You know? And fuck, it's just crazy. Like, man, now you can just click on Twitter and just go and have a look at it, man. It's like people in the courts saying, yeah, like, you know, in the time that we had to roll something out, that's what we came up with. We didn't know if it was going to stop you from passing it on, but it had some sort of protection barrier, but it wasn't going to stop you from dying. Like, fuck.
Fuck, that's a big ass.
Damn.
That's a big ass rabbit hole.
So, like, all those church people that were like saying, oh, we're doing this, trying to do the Lord's work and all the rest of it. Fuck, what do you say about all that shit now?
Yeah.
So the intent was more to go and get the money for the church instead of spread the good, you know, the good advice of like, go get vax to protect. Because the church has still got paid money for it. You know? and then all these people that were dying, people having vaccine complications. Well, there it is. It's fucking out on it's on Twitter.
It's funny, because the way they made it out, I remember back then, if you don't have the vax, you're gonna get COVID.
And you're gonna die.
Yeah.
Then basically, that's how it was sold to us.
All these people that were marching there saying, "Don't believe this thing."
Yeah.
All these people being suppressed about sharing the information. It's all bullshit, you know.
The government didn't even know what they were doing anyway. You
Yeah.
could see it. We all could see it. They were confused.
That's why you need to watch The Power of One. They run this way, they run that way. They are confused. They are cowards. Fuck. But yeah, man, like
Shit.
I feel that too, man. I feel like the vaccine, whatever it was, like spread out that
Syrup.
whatever the vaccine was that was given to everybody in the world, like maybe it stopped. Maybe it stopped COVID. Maybe 10%. You know, and it was just adds up to be nothing. You would survive it anyway.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
I saw videos of people that were next to people that had one was vaccinated, one wasn't, but the one that had COVID was the one person that was vaccinated. You know,
Sounds about right.
and they were in the same car, same house.
Yeah. But I think what I'm saying is as well, depending on how you look at it, it might not be a bad thing. If someone told you, oh, take this, it'll give you 1% chance. It's 1% power to stop COVID. And what if you take your 99% chance you won't have COVID, or would you risk that 1%?
You
know what I mean?
Yeah, I would
You know
just
what I
go. Yeah.
You might be a 1 in a million person to not
See, and
for it to work. You know.
Yeah.
and it
But
was
I
the
can
way
take that
they,
chance.
it was also the way that they, it was like
You
like
have
we
to.
had
Yeah, we have to.
Yeah. And that's
have
why
to
a lot of
take it.
those people that were protesting were like, it's not so much that they're forcing it, but it's the pro-choice, right? It's the fact that they're going to remove that from you, giving you the right to choose whether you wanted it or not.
Yeah, want to
And
take
then
the risk or not? Eh?
Yeah.
It's, and
They
that's
didn't
sort of
really give us
predicament people were in.
Choices. They just said, "No, you do it this way."
Yeah, man.
Or you're screwed.
So fuck the New Zealand government, man, and all those guys and all the rest of those fuckers that were trying to push it on people in the communities, eh?
Yeah.
Because Twitter's just exposed the whole fucking lot of these, man.
Man.
They're getting arrested this week again. The government, because of the new the farm tax thing. Did you hear about that?
I heard. I did.
So-
it's pretty bad.
So, I don't know who the global organization is for climate change, but they've got these new incentives out to say, oh, countries, here's an idea. How about you charge more tax on farmers that produce beef, and we'll get that money and we'll go plant some trees in another country. We'll take all that money and we'll go plant some trees in another country. And that way, maybe some small farmers can't afford and close down. And they'll be good because no more cows to do that methane thing. And so you have less farms and less meat, less meat production, which is good for the environment, right? So that was the thing, right? So
they basically tax the cow's farts. Eh?
yeah. Basically, so what's happened is that Ardern has come out and said, "Oh yeah, we'll do it. We'll be the first country in the whole world to implement this tax." Now, first of all, like being the first country to do this, what are you trying to prove? Because we're only a small little country in the bottom of the world, and no matter. This is my problem with this climate change thing, right? What the hell are we gonna do compared to the rest of the world with China and all those other big countries that don't even care about their pollution and that? Like, how are we gonna change the world if we're just a small place? What's stopping us riding bikes gonna help the whole world? It's an example, I guess. Yeah, good luck with that. But what this tax thing will do is that it will drive up the price of meat. So what's gonna happen now? Meat's gonna go up.
But that will be good for the farmers, though, right?
It was not good for us because our meat will go up.
Oh, okay.
And
No,
they'll encourage us to be vegetarians because there'll be less meat out there in the market. Price of meat will go up. Plus, it's going to be like, I think they worked out to be $6 billion will be leaving this country. $6 billion of tax from those farmers a year will leave this country and go somewhere else.
Fuck, that's a real shitty deal.
So they're getting arrested for that at the moment.
Fuck, that's shitty ass.
Oh, yeah, that's as shitty as that sting operation with the window washers. Almost. Oh, kusa, same.
Yeah, because I remember one of my colleagues at work was talking about the new text. He just couldn't believe it. Really? I was like, wow, amazing.
All right, we'll go for a break and we'll be back. All right. We're back and we're going to head into our next topic. So the Mad Butcher, he came on the news. So apparently there was a ram raid at the at the Warriors headquarters, and a whole bunch of things got stolen, including past Warriors jerseys. I think the collector's items donated by the Mad Butcher, and they all got stolen. So he came out on the news because there was a thing where he had an idea of how to get those jerseys back. So the media was like, "Oh yeah, we'll get them on and we'll get them to talk. What was your idea?" So he came on the radio, and he spoke and he said, "Okay, so how you gonna get the jerseys back? Can you tell us your idea?" "Oh yeah, no, I just want to say out there, if anyone's seen the jerseys, can you bring them back?"
That was his idea. Oh, what?
But you know what? Because he's such a genuine gentleman.
Yeah.
And like, if you know the Mad Butcher's heart, he's all about love, right?
Yeah.
He's a community man.
Community, yeah.
You know,
Warriors hard.
he's such an influence in all the communities, right? Like, if you ever doing a fundraiser, if you went into the Mad Butcher and said, "Is there any chance we might get a discount?" It's for a fundraiser. He had a list of stuff that he would discount if it was for a fundraiser. That's the Mad Butcher's heart, right? The biggest thing that's made him upset about those jerseys going missing is he's saying that the public missed out on those jerseys. But whoever stole them obviously knew what jerseys, because he said replicas put it back up on the walls, but the particular jerseys that have gone missing are the jerseys that he got from the players. So whoever went and did it fucking know. Like, they know the jerseys, and the one that the prize jersey that he wants back is the Owen Goodenbill. Must have been like a memorial jersey, yeah. And like, that's the one he's like, "I just want these jerseys back, man."
You can't sell those on the black market anyway.
Oh, I'm not being sad. I was like, is it even worth anything? But it's more the sentimental value,
Yeah.
It's a sentimental value, and the fact that,
Unless there's a buyer out there that wants something like that hanging on their
it
wall.
would be funny if it was, I wanted it back, he didn't know how to ask for it back.
Yeah, I know one person that wants to hang on the wall. The Mad Butcher.
Yeah. What if he bid it for his own jersey, yeah? From himself.
It's a
Stitch up. It's insurance claim. Surely.
Yeah.
That's a new way of looking at it, insurance.
Yeah, true.
But no, he's right though, man. You can't rob the community. Like, you know the Warrior Nations, they got so many jerseys, and so like so many different sponsors. But yeah, that jersey, man, like, it obviously means a lot to him. He was like, bro, he's such a nice guy. He replied to everyone that was, messaging him. He was like, bro, he said he's like under the pump, like just replying to everyone. But he's good. He's a good sort, man.
As a joke, I remember the post and said, "Imagine if those thieves stole everything but the Warriors jerseys."
Like, they stole the frames and left the jerseys there. Just take the screws and
Nice.
Sorry, Big Daddy Fat Sacks. Just had to, eh?
Have you asked what you think of that news?
Well, first of all, I'm not a Warriors fan. But what's his name? Sir Peter Leach. He the man. Mad Butcher. He's been around for a long time. So he donated those jerseys.
He put them up, like, if you go around Ericsson Stadium or Mount Smart, there's particular areas that display them. Like it must be in the lounges and stuff.
Yeah.
So they break into. I think it's the first one that's on the ground level, but they went in and manipulated the door and. Fuck, it's sad, man.
Yeah, man.
But he'll be pissed off. I want the frames back.
No.
I don't care about the jerseys. Just bring the frames back.
But it should be an easy fine, you know? Like, isn't there like security cameras around and stuff?
But they've obviously scoped the place. Because the way they went in, fuck.
Yeah,
But
you
it's
gotta
just
know where.
it's just crazy. Like whoever knew, like they knew what they were taking, so they obviously had the intent. I wouldn't be surprised if it was a bloody drunk bit. Hey, fuck, we should come back and steal it.
Oh, fuck.
Fuck that.
The Warriors.
Shit.
I would go out of the way to jump over the gate, man. Fuck, the gates are massive.
Wow.
Unless they're like Jackie Chan, eh? In and out. It's like, what do we over?
Yeah, it's like 1, 2, 3 over the fence.
Nah, yeah. Though that's something that I wouldn't, if I was in that life of crime, that's something I wouldn't put on top of the list to do.
It's funny because, the last few episodes we've been talking about the crime around Auckland has grown with the ram raids and all of that. There's the video footages of ram raids and
The window washers.
smashing the Muckle Hill jewelry store, taking off of it. There was this, I was listening to the radio and there was this footage of police brutality in New Zealand. And I think the video was just these cops arresting these young people and just manhandling them.
Yeah.
And the cops were scared that if this would go out to the public will be outraged and say, police brutality, what the fuck's going on? Well, this video leaked and the public said, good job. The public said, good job. That's good because I was thinking, fuck, that's how the Kiwis are. That's how New Zealand, that's how angry New Zealanders right now for the crime going on.
Yeah. They have enough.
And the police not doing
Yeah,
doing enough about it.
Yeah.
I mean, the government again was getting criticized for the past month about, the first they put out some money to support the shops that are getting ram raided, to pay for some bollards outside their building or some security measures like the smoke screen thing, and they still haven't got anything. It's been a month, and the money allocated, Darren said, we're going to allocate this, I don't know how much it was, but say it's $15 million to these shops to help them with the security. That hasn't even happened yet. And she announced that like a month ago. But, things like that and just the crime that's going on and police not doing anything about it. So.
Yeah, and because last night they just had the police had a phone call to a party where someone brought in a gun. So there's a lot of that going around too. Guns are floating all over the place out west.
Man, I saw this clip in America where the police officers, obviously stopped this car, and they had the suspect on the ground outside the car, and then it was the guns he had in his back seat. They were like I don't know what they're called, like machine gun rifles or something, or AK-47s or whatever. Like they were legit. Like they had the thing down there, and then the
grip and the grips
and then
and
the
that.
scope and that, and bro, if they, you can actually like really do damage if you had, if someone bad had that in their hands, And that's just one incident, there's millions in America, man.
Yeah, just the gun, the shootings. It's really gone up in the last couple of years. There's a lot of that going around.
Yeah, I thought the government took all the guns away.
Well, I think the gangs know that the only people that got guns now are the police and the other gangs. Shit.
Well, next up we're going down memory lane. So we had to talk about this. What we're gonna do about memory lane and the post you put up, lady, about Mark Hunt. And I know Mark Hunt's... Is he retired or semi-retired? Or is he officially retired? Or Is he gonna fight still?
Well, he's fighting, like, he did the Paul Gallen fight. He got a bit of money. And he's taking on Sonny Bill. And this will be his third boxing match as a
When's that
pro boxer.
fight?
November 5th.
Oh, shit. Oh, next month.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
But, like, man, if anyone's had the opportunity to read his book and watch his, it's fight of his life, and then even listen to his podcast on the Rich List, like, he's like one of a kind, eh? There's only like one, like, you know, they say like certain sports people, like, there's only one Ali, there's only one Floyd Mayweather, there's only one David Beckham, Ronaldo, whatever. There's only one Joe Noloman. Mark Hunt, there's only one Mark Hunt, eh? And if you know his story, you'd understand. Like, I've followed Mark ever since I seen him. Like, his burst on the scene, like, with no background, no pedigree in martial arts or stand up, just from the street, just straight slug, you know? It's just someone just trying to survive. Like, he refers in his book, like, you know, he was just a kid in his house just trying to survive. Because they'd go weeks without food. So that was his background. His story for me, and it resonates because it's a Cinderella story, right? It's a guy who entered the K1, it was the Grand Prix. Back then, there was like the biggest fighting stage in the world, and he conquers the world. You know, goes just in a fill-in. Like, you can imagine just being a fill-in, like the bench warmer, just in case someone gets hurt. Then you'll go and have your 5 minutes. So he did that. One of the most iconic fights in stand-up combat, and it's not a boxing match. It's one of his K1 fights against Ray Sefel. And when he got that fight was like say 3 or 4 fights of his like sort of like stint in the K1 Grand Prix, because he used to train with I forgot his first name. His name's Graham. He's a Graham. Peter Graham. He's like the Great White Shark. He's like the Australian equivalent of our Joe Parker. He was like that in K1. So Mark used to spar him, you know. And if you listen to the way Peter Graham talks about Mark's hands, he's like, it's like he had bricks in his freaking gloves. Yeah. But it shows, like, he showed like the world that without any background in like actual deep like mixed martial arts training or stand up, he won the biggest fight like event in history, like, and that was K1, and he did it on the second try. And he, even before that, because when he goes deep into his book, talks about like when he was gambling, like his addictions. He was spending thousands of dollars at Twiggies before some of his fights. And like he says now, like with his fight at the moment, he's like, you know, he's trying to win a decision with the UFC about how they've pretty much, you know, near killed him, because he's, you know, what was he been on the job? He's like trying to fight, but if he had died, like, what would have happened? Like, would the UFC pay for what happened to him? But he's been like trying to string a whole lot of support to get behind him. So that's why he's taking all these fights.
Oh, okay.
He's taking all these fights to sort of help with his legal fees and stuff. But the memory lane is, man, can you think of a fight that stands out in your mind? And it's one that you would say to your kids or like your great grandkids, say, like when we get to our 90s, and you say, man, I remember Asuia, you know, and there was a fight. Because I can name, apart from Mark Hunt and Ray Sefel, I can't think of any other like standout ones.
I can.
Since that one.
Oh. There was that one in UFC, the real big dude from UFC.
Yeah.
What was his?
Bigfoot or something?
The Brazilian guy.
Yeah, that was a mean fight. They
That's
ended
the
up
bloodbath,
drawing. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
bro.
the
They
That was a
knocked-
draw.
Where that goes down in history, 25 minutes, of
Yeah.
brutal bloodbath.
He
Yeah.
knocked that guy out.
That's probably my Hunt's.
I couldn't, like, I was like, whoa.
And this is why I hate UFC, man, because Silva was juiced, He was juiced. He was like fucking full of roids, man.
Right.
And they
he
put
fought.
Mark in they put him in the ring. And like, in the straight legs, we had the second fight. I think that was in Perth. Really destroyed him, eh?
Yeah.
Mm.
The walk away knocked his ass out.
Even Lesnar was juiced up in this fight against Mark.
Yeah.
Who was some physical what's the word? Specimens. Like in the UFC, like with their bodies. Name a couple of guys off the bat, like anyone.
Oh, man, there was one in the early days of K1. I forgot his name. Really tall. He was probably the biggest thing that was around.
Bob
at that
Sepp.
time.
Semi-short.
Probably smaller than Bob Sepp.
Oh,
Smaller than Bob Sepp.
Yeah, but he was
Was he
built
black?
like- yeah. He had that fucked up haircut.
Oh, Remy Bonjeski.
Yeah, I think that's the one.
I think he's Dutch, eh? I'm sure he's
Okay.
Dutch.
they have like dreads,
Nah, he had like the
like
high
a brown
cut.
fade. Nah,
Nah, it's like a high cut fade,
Yeah,
flared out,
flared out.
curly. But he fights Bob Sepp, eh?
Yeah,
And he ends up kicking Bob Sepp's
Sepp's
legs
ass.
out and
Oh.
knocks him out, drops him, yeah.
Hey.
But it's funny, man, because you know how Bob Sepp just does his charging King Kong styles.
yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, smashing him.
Yeah, and then his Bob Sepp's ground and pound. is
yeah.
just-
It just was bang, 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 bang.
yeah.
Man, you know the fight I remember that I probably still remember to this day. And this is an odd one, but if you guys can remember, I don't know if it was the rematch or the first match, but it was Shane Mosley and Oscar De La Hoya, and it was that they went that last round because they went the full round,
So yeah,
but the last round, the 12th round, man, they're just going hard out at each other, man, just. Boom, boom, like, fuck, I can't imagine, man, I was so busy now that, like,
they took it.
the 12 rounds,
Yeah.
they're probably tired as, but, man, it's like they saved
First
a little
round.
bit of energy. It's like they saved,
Man.
they both of them saved energy for the last round, and they just went hard at each other, like, fuck, it was mean. And that was, man, when I saw that, I was like, wow, that was the greatest last round I've ever seen. But before that would have been Ultimate Warrior and Hulk Hogan, because when I was a kid,
Isn't there like 15 minutes of that fight? It's just show painting me.
Yeah.
that was WrestleMania, and they came in the ring on those cart things.
Oh yeah.
You remember? Man, I was team Hulk Hogan, man. And when he lost, man, I cried. I cried when he lost.
But bro, when you think about it, it was a beautiful match, eh?
Yeah.
Because man, when Hulk Hogan does the leg drop, eh?
And then Warrior gets
and
out
then
of
Warrior
it.
gets
It's
up.
out of- yeah.
Yeah, man. And then he does the back off the rope, boom, doesn't move, and that's when Warrior's like starts pumping his arms. Hogan goes to the other rope, it doesn't affect. Then Warrior just starts punching him. But when he gets him down on the ground, and then he counts him out, and then Hulk Hogan gets up and rolls up, goes onto the side of the ring, and he's like just lulu his head, because the Warrior's music plays, and then it stops,
Yeah.
doesn't play. And then the crowd's like, ooh. And then all the commentary's like, the Warrior just defeated the Hulk. And then Hulk Hogan goes and grabs his belt. And then he rolls into the ring, And he's still like shaking his hand. And then he
Gives it to him.
Where did you see that moment, Pussy Lord, man.
Yeah.
I was like, shit.
Weren't they like a tag team as well? Nah. Oh no, it was him and Macho Man. eh?
Macho Man.
Yeah, Macho Man.
Yeah, it gets
Mega Powers. He was a British Beefcake before that, partner.
Oh yeah.
Shucks, that's going back.
British the Barber.
Hey, back to what I was saying before about like UFC fighters. Like, which one was your your best, or
The best
Best-
Kingo.
yeah, best king physique and that. Specimen, what the
Have you
fuck?
seen Jerome LeBanner?
Yeah.
He's like 6'6", eh?
He
He's
had, like,
6'6", left
shoulders, eh?
Southpaw, but his stance is like that.
Didn't he fight Hunt?
Yeah. When Mark did his first stint in the Grand Prix in Japan, he fucking kicked Mark's legs out.
Oh,
But Mark was small, bro. Like, he had a good kingo. I think
Yeah.
he's like probably just scratching 100 kilos, like 105 maybe. And first introduction to like full-on body combat with Jerome. And Jerome starts off the fight with a head kick. Mark's like, oh shit. But Mark's time is just
Seki, eh?
Yeah.
And then he didn't see the thigh kick, boom, straight to the fight. And Jerome is kicking the shit out of his thighs. He's like, Gets to the second round, he can't, but he's like, Jerome just goes, tags him, like, kick, fuck it. Then Mark's like, get fair, you know what I'm saying? I've had enough. But I think he kicks him and he tears his medial ligament, man.
Oh,
Yeah. And that was just from
Kicking.
non-stop kicking, yeah. Jerome just kicks the shit out of Mark's legs.
Man.
But then he rehabs the whole year. Doesn't even fight, man. He probably had like his Grand Prix build up and he ends up fighting that Peter Graham again. Wins the Australian or the Oceania. And then he goes back to the K1. And then his first fight's Jerome Blabana, bro. Fucking knocks him out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've seen that one.
He does that 16-punch combo. It was like the most famous 16-punch combo. Like, I think Mike Tyson said, oh, man. I think it was, that. Like, just watching it, I was like, man, if you ever saw a guy, like, he went in there for the kill. He knocked him out by the third punch. And he just,
Keep going.
yeah. And it was like the same referee who thinks all the K1 fights earlier. It's like, stop the fight. But even when he was going like this and Mark was still punching him, it was like 17-8, bro. Dream was knocked out. Yeah, bro. And they reckon that he was, just like Ray Sefaway, like when he had that fight, people say, oh, Ray was never the same after that. Mark break his eye socket, eh?
Damn. Doesn't Ray Sifo have his own, like, mixed martial arts or something?
He's the own Planet Health in Henderson on Valley Road.
No, I mean, like, no, in America or somewhere. Doesn't he run a, like, Ray Sifo, but with someone else, I think? You know how they got...
Like a LA gym. I think he was just doing it like how, what's his name? Kevin Barry was doing it. Like, lived in America, but was just, had like a little home gym.
No, there's, like, remember the UFC and then Bellator, and then there's some, like another... another...
Oh, I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I think I saw him.
But I know Mark when he had that, I think it's the Waldron fight, and he reaches out to Ray. Because, that's what fucking pissed me off about UFC. Because UFC knew, like, if you look at Mark's touring, he was only going to get into certain states. And, like, one of those incidents that goes back, like, 20 plus years ago, when he was with his mates, stopped him from traveling, and his visa's being cancelled every time he tried to apply it in that state.
Yeah.
UFC give him a state where they know he's going to get fucking thinked. I think he was, like, 2 months out, and he's on code. And then they asked him, what's the story, man? And he's like, I'm going to go into camp in 2 weeks' time. The team's Lolo, Steve Oliver, and that. And then he tries to get to Las Vegas. But they knew Nevada's, they're not going to let him in. Man. UFC. And they purposely did it, bro. He ends up going like 3 days before the fight. And he talks about it in the book too, like 3 days. And Dana White, like everyone's saying, Mark hasn't even left New Zealand yet. Like, what's the story?
And normally they have like that week press thing.
He didn't even have it. And then what's cool about it, though, then he said the cool thing that came out of it is I got to meet my idol. He met Mike Tyson.
Oh,
yeah. But then I think that's when he reaches out to Ray Sifo and that. And he's like, oh, man, I don't know where to stay. Fuck, training. I didn't even have training camp. He was just super bully about, fuck, these guys want me to fight on the card. And I can't even get into the state.
I follow that. There's a I don't know how to say his name. He's a mixed martial artist. It's Elaine, and he's on Instagram, and he's like real bulky, but he's really flexible. Like he's I think he's French. I follow his trainings. He's he fights in that this K1, and then they have that Glory, like that association or whatever. Yeah, I follow him. Like he there's some of his drills, but it's more of his flexibility. You know, he does this one drill where he's got like mats, and he reaches over on his back and he places them down, and he gets another one. Like he's just yeah. That's my cool story.
Nah, if I was to have a king on like someone, and maybe his hair too, it would have to be what's that guy, Reddish Rick Rude?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if his king was. He was rappy.
Yeah, man. He had a
mean roided body.
Mullet.
I've been watching that Mike Tyson TV series on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
No.
It's
Is
good.
it
eh?
recent?
It's only half an hour each episode. It is a recent one, and yeah, it's been good. Each episode deals with a certain part of his career, like and stages. So I'm up to the part where he just gets convicted of rape
Oh,
and he goes
okay.
in jail and that.
How many episodes in is that though?
I think that's eight or
Eight
9.
episodes.
I think it's 10. But it's interesting, eh? Like he's
I've read a bit of his book.
It's interesting, eh? Because he's a product of America, eh? Like if America is this fucking capitalist, like if that's all, will make you famous and you gotta deal. No one teaches you to deal with that fame and all that kind of stuff if you don't know. Because he's a guy that was just used and abused with everybody trying to take
advantage of
him. Me.
Would
And
you
know,
say would you say it's like the fucked up version and a boxing story of The Blind Side? Because it's almost like that, eh? If you read his life story, you'd be like, "But that's pretty fucked up, eh?"
Yeah.
Like everyone wanted a piece of
Oh,
it because they
yeah.
saw the end vision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you know when we hate on, this is what I think. Because I just finished the episode when he got convicted of rape, right? And yeah, it was a bad thing, and all of that. But my take on this all is, everybody loves Mike Tyson for what he achieved,
Yeah.
right? And what he inspired, especially with boxers, especially with men, into boxing, into the sport, and and when you throw the rape thing into it, it just throws a monkey wrench in who people are trying to put up there on their pedestal as someone to look up to, right?
You
Like R. Kelly, we can love his music, but I hate what he did,
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you look at pedophiles, it's the same. It's hard for us to relate to them, but a lot of them, it's got nothing to do with because they were brought up like that. They were brought up being abused themselves, and
Yeah.
it's like a cycle thing. If you don't attack it in the beginning, they're gonna grow up to be someone bad, until it's too late.
Yeah.
So, not to the extreme as pedophiles, but with Mike Tyson's case, I think he's just a product of what America is in terms of like a capitalist country and fame and people taking advantage of you. Because he doesn't know any better, He wasn't growing up the smartest guy. And all he knew to do, what he was good at, was the box.
Yeah.
And, he had his coach, Customado, that sort of
That was the main.
sort of was a
Took him in.
he was a father to him. Like if he lived, maybe he would have not done any of these bad things. Maybe that was the guy, but he passed away and he went to the world and the world took advantage of him. Threw him the girls. As long as you're fighting, making money for us, you have the girls, have the fast cars, have the mansions, make us money, have the girls and all that. So he's a product of that kind of thing. And next minute, he sleeps with a young girl, and is raped, and he goes to jail for it. But
Is that Teddy Ellis's daughter? No.
no, she was a beauty pageant girl, but she was only 18 at the time. But it's interesting because her family, they allowed it because they're fans for her to go out with him and that. But then the rape happened and it went downhill from there. But yeah, it's just a tragic life, eh?
Yeah.
But he's come out of it. He's got his podcast. He's doing well.
Yeah.
But it feels like since he took up that fight with Roy Jones, that it feels like because he spent that time away, that it almost comes across like he was robbed of a time where he could have been on top.
Yeah.
But I didn't ever feel like he was gonna beat Evander, even like
Prime.
if he was out there. Like even if they had fought before he went inside, I reckon Evander would have still killed him.
Yeah, you are right. Games about tragic, that is a tragic story, because you hear stories about him, his past. I'll give you an example. There was I forgot forgot what I saw it on Instagram where he went out with some rapper or something, and then Mike Tyson said to him, "Here, here are the keys," and oh man, I forgot who the rapper was. Anyway, he gave him the keys to this like nice car, whatever, and then Mike Tyson just said, "It's yours," because he had to go, whatever. So Mike Tyson, gave away fancy cars, but he doesn't know better, he's just like, oh, you're my friend,
Yeah.
Just acceptance, wanting acceptance.
Yeah.
But he been through some pretty sad stuff, eh? Like, because he was big for his age. And what I read in this book is like he went through some stuff like when he was boarding at the house, and then one of the trainers, when Gus discovered him, that one of the teachers, I think, would train, and then he'd get him to fight Mike. And like Mike could never get one up on him. And so he used to feel like he was like, man, why can't I beat him?
Yeah.
Like that was his mentality. That eventually, like, I think he ran away and he went back on the streets, trying to be like the stand-over guy with some of the drug dealers.
Yeah.
But it's just like, man, like who would do that? Like a full-on man fighting a kid.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is he a kid, man? Like, fuck, that would have fucked you up, like mentally.
Fucking hell.
Because he's like big and like he could have folded anyone on the street, but that teacher particularly like picked on me. Like, and he'd go do weights and shit. Like, was doing extras, and Mike was just
Shit.
oblivious to what was happening to him.
Do you remember I saw on I think on YouTube or somewhere where he thought that like he was like like a gangster, and then they met at like some store in Harlem or something.
Yeah, I did see that.
And
too.
then he had a run-in with him, and he gave him a massive black eye.
He knocked him. Apparently he knocked that guy out,
Yeah.
But that guy didn't admit to it. He was
Yeah.
like, nah, he didn't knock me out. Yeah, I remember seeing that.
Oh, on the plane.
No, in
That's-
the Harlem, like
Oh,
it was
On the
in
streets?
Harlem. Yeah, they're on the streets, man.
They were like, Mike was shopping at the same place the guy was.
Yeah.
He just happened to be there, and he tried to front Mike up. So Mike knocked him out.
didn't that guy on the plane remember?
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, no. Yeah. See his face after?
Fuck, he must have been having a heart attack.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson.
The other topic I had here was the Australians. So Ed O'Carr, the Fox, he came out and said Australia should have our own Haka. Everyone else has the Haka in the Pacific. Australia should have theirs too. I'll go to you, Let's. What are your thoughts on that?
I reckon as a nation, like Australia is just sort of catching up. I think, but people like don't remember, like, and this is in this day and age with the colored TV and all that shit. Like, remember the national anthem was never sung in Māori.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
It just by a chance that I didn't even, was it the Hine Moa lady sung it in Māori before an All Blacks game, and then that changed history forever. Now we sing it,
Both ways.
and it took someone like her to go and break the ice, So I think they need something like that, Maybe Jessica Melboy does a chant or something, and then does it for them at the next World Cup.
Are we the only nation to do two versions of the national anthem every time we sing it?
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, that's just
It's a long time
it's
coming.
I don't know, because you can't compare the two, like New Zealand, like the Crown's only giving some land back, but they're not entitled, like Māori, like they get scholarships and all that stuff, but they don't get any more benefits, like monetary wise.
Yeah.
In Australia, the Aborigines get freaking heaps of shit, right? But they're still like a suppressed, like,
Yeah.
like they're almost like endangered species, man. Like, because they're so far out in the outbacks. Like, you could drive through like a ghost town, but that's their lifestyle,
Yeah.
It's not like you're in Sydney or anything. I think it's overdue. Like, I mean, they've been the native people of that land for years, and like to think like now that the as well as the Polynesians and like the Aboriginals are starting to take the forefront of the rugby league, and like rugby league being the plug for those Aboriginal heritage people.
Yeah.
Man, it's like fuck. What's stopping them from not like doing it?
Yeah.
Like unless there's a thing in their contract saying no, you can't do this, can't do that. I mean, they've already implemented the jerseys
Yeah.
and like the war cries. I think
In the
example was
beginning,
the NRL final. They had people of the land of the area, and so they had that guy speak on behalf, which is good, man. Like that's real good, eh? I think it's like if you think about us as Samoans, like if a chief from another village was to come and try and launga on land that wasn't his, or his makai's not acknowledging that, that'd be like stepping on in the wrong. That's the wrong place, wrong time. But I think if they can sort of mold the way culture is for them, I think.
No, I'm all for it. Like if there's Aboriginal players that are playing in the Kangaroos, I'm all for it. Like all the other teams, all the poly teams do it, and I'm all for it. It'll be like probably weird at first seeing like James Tedesco, like him doing the haka and that. Nathan Cleary doing the haka, or what do you call an Aboriginal haka?
It's a war cry.
Oh, war cry them doing that. It'll be weird. But, like what lady was saying when that lady, Henny Moore or something, started singing Māori, like the Māori national anthem, and then she started that, this could be, I'm all for it. Yeah, but it'll be weird looking at watching it,
Yeah, I think Australia should adopt it, and I think Australia should do it in all their teams because it's not a weird thing because there's Palangis in New Zealand teams and they do the haka.
Yeah,
like there's not all Polynesians that play for All Blacks. There's white guys in there, and Richard McCaw's been doing the haka ever since, man. So I think it'll be no big deal for Australia to adopt their own Indigenous culture and adopt the haka or war cry. How about you, Eric?
It's weird for them not doing any haka. It should have been done
Like the
ages
challenge.
ago. It's weird for them for not doing it.
Yeah.
It looks strange. They have indigenous people like us. So yeah, now it's cool.
All right, Fit Book of the Week. we got Let's Man Santa Maria back back in TVNZ. He's not back, but his name came out again in the media. He's apologized for his antics.
So how many months? It's since May,
Yeah.
Yeah.
roughly. It's like, is that 5 months?
Yeah.
No,
yeah,
10 feet.
roughly.
Fuck.
I read the article because I saw the article in the paper too. And I just happened to glance at it and I was like, oh, him again. What's up now?
So I think of going on the back of when Jordan was saying, "Oh, this is my last show on my FM." Now this guy has come back after 5 months. Like really?
What, saying sorry?
Well, trying to explain himself.
Oh,
Either, well, I don't understand why. Like why he felt. Maybe he felt like his reputation was sort of like shunted a bit or shed on. Because he's obviously working somewhere else.
Yeah, apparently he's getting a lot of spec for it. So he didn't.
Yeah.
Really, he's surprised by
So
the
he's like,
outcry.
he's trying to defend his honor almost by
Yeah.
trying to come and say, "Oh,
Politely
I was
saying-
oblivious to what I was doing."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he cherry picking to be oblivious there, or is he like just full of shit?
Well, he didn't say that 5 months ago.
Nah.
Yeah, that's
exactly.
right. He's come
That's
back and
bullshit.
said.
That's why it's like
Did he read Jordan's apology and then
He must have
decided to come
probably
and do
goes-
his own one?
I should have done that.
That would have went down a lot more easier.
yeah, well,
So we're referring to because in the last episode we talked about Jordan River and speculation that because he's left my FM because of the whole sexual predator
Accusations,
rumors
yeah.
that came out on social media earlier, like a few years earlier. And then I forgot to mention, and I forgot about that. He put out a post. No,
Yeah,
there was an
yeah.
apology to say, he apologized for all the things he'd done.
And it's out of it too because the usual morning team, they're still not back yet.
Yeah.
Like Tegan and Brooke, they're still not back yet.
Oh,
Well, they have their holidays this time around, don't they?
Yeah,
On the
yeah,
break.
probably.
I just
but
want to meet
just
Tegan.
perfect
Eh?
time.
But going back to Santa Maria, so he's apologized, right? And he said that, I'm sorry how I acted, but I just didn't know how I acted because it was normal. I didn't know it was bad,
Yeah, yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
What did he actually do? Was he like
Nah, he's
sexual assault?
I think
Well,
he just like
He was committing adultery of it.
Oh wow.
he was trying
Nah.
But
to.
is
I think
it adultery or is it like dreaming?
I
It's
think
like inappropriate.
I think a lot of his banter to the
Yeah.
woman at his
Oh.
work was inappropriate, and
Yeah.
Oh come on.
and kind of like the girls were probably like, "Hey, this guy, is he hitting on me or what?" Like, what the fuck?
He's probably staring at them like,
Like,
hey,
can you
wanna
remember
go out?
like one of the examples he had there for emailing there?
Yeah,
Nah, they didn't say what the email was. They just said it was
No.
inappropriate emails.
yeah.
But the woman on the article said that she complained, but she didn't know there would be consequences with him. So
right.
when she found out, they
Gonna fire him.
they did some action.
Mm.
They probably talked to him. She felt uncomfortable after that because
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
he's not treating her the
Yeah,
way
yeah, yeah.
he's ignoring her now in the workplace.
Yeah.
He's avoiding her.
But isn't that like normal behavior though? Right? Like if you like go to work and then like someone's annoyed you and then they find out that you're like, you're annoyed at them. Are you gonna make conversation? You're not.
No. Or are you gonna tell your boss?
Yeah. But that's the thing. It's like
Are you gonna get the boss involved? Are you gonna get your work involved with that
Yeah,
sort of
Maybe if it's sexual harassment, maybe that. But if it's like just banter,
but maybe it's just a communication thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just straight up tell him, fuck off.
all that.
I mean, if
That
yeah,
won't work.
yeah,
It's like
all
fuck
that.
up, but fuck me later.
Yeah, all that. I mean, what's wrong with that?
Yeah.
Handling it in house rather than going to the boss.
Yeah. But then again, it's like that's one side. Like
Yeah.
who knows whether she replied back, like, okay, like, yeah, like maybe, maybe.
Honest.
And then,
I got a husband at home, but maybe.
and then she found out he's married after. And then, all right, I'm going to the
But
boss.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then, fuck this motherfucker. You feel 5
Payback.
kids. Hey, gay.
But I think what we're trying to talk about here is what's the rules now in the workplace.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
Man, basically.
I know a lot of people have been you've been dealt that resign, the resign card. Because like that guy is experiencing, like, fuck, it must be. It's like I said the other day, man. You can have shit on your hands, wash them, but the smell stays there. Like it's one of those things, bro. Once your hands are tainted like that,
Yeah.
It'll follow you forever.
yeah. Well, because where can you get a job then?
Not in
Yeah.
broadcasting.
It'd be like a fucking all guys, but then people would know. It's like, hey, that guy, and then you become a victim because of your shit that you did at another job.
Yeah.
See, the other thing is, if you're in a professional environment, like it's up to you, or it's up to you, or you should know how to be professional, right?
Yeah.
And so, who makes the rules on what's not professional? If it's normal, if it's normalized, you know what I mean?
Yeah, true that.
With society now trying to unnormalize stuff, talk about stuff, unnormalize it, then how do you know what the rules are?
I think
When
it's a
things
generational thing as well, too.
Mm.
Like, to be honest, like I think some Balangi, I'm not saying all Balangis, but a lot of Balangi, they say shit like it comes across like they're freaking like you're their property, and I don't know whether they know, but I think it's a generational thing. Like guys in their 50s talk to you like, hey, fuck, I didn't pay you. Like I was like, fuck, you didn't end the fucking,
Yeah.
you didn't end the pay, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I didn't see your name on the top of the building outside. Like shit like that, you
I hear
know.
that a lot. I hear that a lot.
Or they do the you go talk to your boss like as if I'm a fucking slave or some shit.
Yeah.
Motherfucker,
Yeah,
I'll
bro.
school the both of you. Like, bro, it is unprofessional way. Like, I think some it's their freaking plus bracket, man.
Yeah, it's
They
funny.
talk like that.
It's funny you should say that because I remember a guy at work. I'm not going to mention his name, but he's in that bracket as well, and he used to do those things where he'll go past the women and say something weird.
Yeah.
But to him, it's normal. But to us, it's that's not right, bro. Like
Yeah.
he's gone now. He's gone now. But if he was still around and still doing that shit, he will be fired.
Yeah.
Oh, just like Mr. Kid at Woodward class,
What's the kid? Oh, bro, that guy would have been fired ages ago.
Like your teachers back in school, when you're, probably can't say the same things they can now. They probably get fired with some of the things they say.
Oh fuck yeah, calling black people spooks.
Oh, bro. How are they like this? Barbie,
But,
man.
yeah, he was hardcore like that. And chinks.
Japs.
I think so.
I remember a kid used to call me Jap, eh? I saw you now, fucker. Fucking go sully your
They think
ass.
you're Asian.
Come find me, man. Come find me. I'll meet you at Stanley Park.
Okay, last words, guys. Last words. We got an important last word, so we'll leave you to last. We'll go start to my left.
Sure, easy.
Last words.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
that's
you
true.
go.
What? What's last words?
Or you just share your...
Share your last words.
I don't have any last words.
Anything that's on your mind.
Oh, just have a good weekend. Enjoy the rugby league game in the morning. Yep. Good luck to Manu Samoa.
Toa Samoa.
Oh, Toa Samoa. Sorry.
Yeah, let's.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man, I was hoping Sam was on the pod about talking about what he posted the other day. And probably hope to have him when we can talk about it. But I think I just wanted to share, like, people trying to say, like, how Kiwi you are, how Samoan you are, how Māori you are, shit like that. Like, I think identity for myself, because, like, I'm a hybrid of so many ethnicities and stuff. But I think when people do your hood card at me, like, I find it hard to sort of brush off. And it might be my mental frame of mind or where I'm at in my life or whatever I have, because I haven't lived for 3 days. But, like, just like my boy Bombullet says, hey, to the haters out there, and just like MC Ama said, like, to all the people, to all the critics and no ones, man, keep up the small talk to highlight the chosen man, because I think unless you've walked a day in another guy's shoes from your hood, they never pass judgment, man. Because, like, I feel like some of us young bucks are punching above our weight, and, like, we're like doing our own footwork for stuff that we believe in. But yeah, like every man who stands behind his word, he always has a good heart when he's trying to do stuff. And I just feel like being put in a bracket where, like, people can easily use social media to, like, target or say stuff that they didn't know about, sometimes can, I don't know, sort of like drain you, eh? But yeah, I'm just grateful for this platform. I'm grateful for the brothers. And I'm grateful to Cams, man, because there's no one out in West Auckland or Auckland alone doing the work that our boy Cam's doing. So, like, I'm behind him 100, man. Like, I think where I'm from in my side of the hood, man, it's like, if you believe in something and you want to support it, you'll take those blows. Because, yeah, I just feel like, man, you can't stop progression when it's on a roll. And I feel like what Cam's doing right now is untouchable. Eh? But yeah, man, anyone who wants to come at me, man, ring me up. We can meet up at Stanley Park and you tell me how big your fools are. And if you want to get on the page, even if you want to check us a donation, sponsorship for any of these episodes, any businesses, anyone who's got fucking deep pockets, if you're Tri-Head affiliated and wants to wash some money through the WESWES network under a different business type, whatever, show some love for your people, man, because And the Cams is out here doing work for all of West Auckland and all of Ranui. So, yeah. You know what it is?
You know what it is? Thanks, Charles. My final words, man, I just couldn't believe how fast this week went. I was at work and I went to sleep Sunday, woke up Monday, hating going to work on a Monday, and then next minute was Thursday, and then it's Friday tomorrow, and now it's Friday yesterday, and I got a coffee every 10 o'clock to the coffee shop just up the road from my work. Me and some of the few of the workmates, and we always have a talk, and it's a good time to talk, and this particular time we're talking about how quick the time went, and then I was thinking, man, time goes fast, man, when you're either having fun or you're just passing it by, you know, and next minute the week's gone by, the month's gone by, and I was thinking, fuck, man, we haven't got much time left, you know, like, I'm 44 years old now, and, you know, and what hit me a couple of last episodes when, what you say, about, you know, there's people around us passing away, and, you know, it's like, shit, you know, all those thoughts are just flooding in with time, especially time. So my time is spent going to work, working 9 to 5, coming home, having dinner, and doing editing and doing stuff for the network and stuff like that. And I enjoy doing that. But it's like, okay, I gotta think of ways to make things get done faster or more efficiently. I think I've hit the ceiling with the production side of stuff, and I need to figure out how to move that forward. So I need time. I don't know if it's whether to cut back on my hours at work or quitting my job or going back to school, doing something that's got to do with making this network move forward. But it's just the thoughts of time. I need more time, and I still haven't figured that out. But I will figure it out.
Shot Cams. Yeah, so just before I speak, I just want to say, I'm on this weight loss challenge, right? So I weighed in early this morning at 5:30. Officially weighed in on Sunday last week, and I weighed in officially this morning. I've lost 3 kgs since Sunday, last Sunday. The biggest thing I've noticed in my change, or since Sunday, is how bad I eat. I've noticed very bad eater. Just noticed the big meals, the unhealthy things that I was putting in my body. So this week, because I was on a budget, right? So I bought me $5 of the chicken ham at Pick and Save, the light mayo, avocados, cheese, slices of cheese, tomatoes, and for my sweet tooth, I bought those snack logs at Pick and Save because I like the snack logs. So I've cut down, and I drank all 0 sugar-free energy drinks, So with that little small change, I still trained the same, but I didn't eat the same. So from that small little change, I lost 3 kgs, and I was actually looking forward. I wake up early in the morning, 5 in the morning, to go weigh in. So for me, I noticed just this whole 1 week, just the little small changes, those little small changes for me was big, because after every training, I'd go straight to the bakery, after every training, go straight to the bakery, or late at night after training at night, I'll go down to, what's the one, the takeaways down with Dumbuk?
Is it
Smith and Wong's? Yeah, I'll go to Smith and Wong's, get like $10 worth of scallops,
Holy
know,
This
shit.
whole time I thought you were training.
yeah, I see. I train, but see, I'll get because I know the scallops down there are $2.20, so I'll get 5, right, and buy me a loaf of bread, and that's me, man. You know,
Oh,
that's
true.
my quick easy fix. But I just noticed the big change. You know, I know this may not be big in in people's eyes, but this is big for me. You know,
It's a good stepping stone.
man, like I was the worst build-ups. I probably still am. But
It's a Ranui thing, isn't it?
yeah, just the little changes, and I think this has definitely motivated me, because I'm supposed to have a cheat meal, so I'm in this challenge of these 2 other girls. Then they'll say, oh, you know, like I let them know, and they say, good job, now you can have a cheat meal. So all I've had today is just 2 bars. So that's I'm not gonna have a cheat meal till probably at the end of the 6 weeks. But in saying that, I don't think I'll be here in 6 weeks. So this is probably gonna be my last podcast with you guys. I've enjoyed the time. This is not the end, because I have a vision of when I get to where I'm going, I'll
Get a
probably
computer.
get a computer and download some apps and maybe get a microphone, or I might just do a portable and just do something on the phone, you know.
Yeah, we could do it like that.
Yeah, but thanks, Cams, Let's, Eric, everyone else on the WESWES network, all the other channels, all the other episodes, to everyone watching and listening and watching, you know. Thanks for all the love, thanks for all the support. Truly appreciated it. Every time I'm on the podcast, like, no, this is just me, my own opinion. I think I'm a rock star. Okay, all right.
Oh, good. I think you're a rock star too.
Nah. Shot. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. I'm out.
I gotta cue a song, man.
Oh yeah.
Gotta cue a song.
Here we go.
But yeah, those who know, if you don't know, this is a cover, and it's probably one of the greatest covers I've ever heard. So this is La Donna, and the song's Taking Us Out is for the WESWES Network family. So hope you enjoy just a little snippet of it, but I'll just play it, and yeah, have a good week, fams.
Too much for the man. Too much for the man. He couldn't make it, so he's living a life that he's come to know. Oh, he said he's going. He said he's going back to find. Going back to find. Oh, what's left of his world. The world he left behind not so long ago. Oh, he is leaving on that midnight train to Georgia.